Best fighter in the world, yeah.
I think it's Terence Crawford.
Yeah, y'all. Crawford ain't getting knocked out. He ain't getting knocked out. Look, where the evidence supporting that? Where is the evidence supporting that? Just because y'all think he light in the ass, y'all think that's just it?
Give me a number.
He has an 85+ chance to beat Canelo. Why? He's not going in there to prove something which will fall into Canelo's hand.
Oleksandr Usyk insists that Canelo Alvarez is walking into a huge mistake by taking on Terence Crawford. In Usyk's opinion, Crawford stands as the finest boxer on the planet right now and the best pound-for-pound talent of this era. His remarks underline the deep respect he carries for Crawford's abilities, showing that Usyk places him on a different tier compared to everyone else, including Canelo.
Terence Crawford, #1, yeah?
Yeah.
Fair enough, great fighter, top fighter. So that's a good...
Yes.
That's a good #1, but it's debatable, it's subjective, but that's a good pick. So, round number 4. Why did Daniel Dubois push you yesterday? Do you know why? He gave you a push?
I don't know. Maybe Daniel afraid me. I don't know.
Terence Crawford approaches this matchup with a confidence that borders on complete certainty. He has openly stated that winning is not a chance, but an expectation. For Crawford, excuses will have no place because he views himself as the sharper fighter who is prepared for every scenario possible. This attitude demonstrates not only belief in himself, but also years of experience dismantling opponents across divisions. When a fighter displays this type of assurance, it often builds mental pressure on the opposition.
Listen, however they rate me, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, we got to fight, and I'm going to win the fight. As simple as that.
Can I ask you about if there's any rematch clause with this fight with Canelo?
No, it's not.
Is that something you push for?
No, I didn't.
And is any weight restrictions to the fight at all?
No, it's not.
A lot of fighters would like to put on a weight restriction to this type of fight. Why didn't you want to do that?
Because I want him at his best. I don't want no excuses. I don't want no, reasons why, he didn't feel good or anything. I want him at his best.
Crawford's trainer has delivered a clear warning to Canelo Alvarez, stressing that his boxer's drive cannot be overlooked. In his view, once Crawford commits to a mission, there is no stepping back. This mindset has been visible throughout his career as he consistently embraced challenges others avoided. Climbing up to meet Canelo is simply another extension of that approach. The coach highlights that Crawford's willpower is not only about conditioning, but also about discipline and mentality. He constantly pushes his own limits, and that sharp focus has been the cornerstone of his victories.
The one thing about Crawford is he got guts. Them bums ain't have no guts. Them bums didn't want to win. Crawford want to win. That's it. It ain't about no belt. It ain't about nothing. You didn't sign the contract. We want to win, and he want to be the best, and he is the best. So that's what's going to be the difference. Crawford got guts. He got a fighting spirit. So when you see Crawford, he going to go in there and get busy with Canelo. Don't you even doubt that. You understand? You ain't never seen Crawford stay on the back foot in no fight in his life. You understand? He the type of guy to go get you. So expect him to go get him. we going to do everything we can to him. We're going to do whatever we got to do, but one thing you can expect is Crawford is going to step to him, because you can't beat Canelo going on the back foot forever. You got to go get him. You got to do something, and he better know Crawford is coming.
Jarrell Miller contributes to the debate by underlining Crawford's hunger. In the fight game, hunger often outweighs skill or even experience because it drives a boxer to surpass barriers. Miller views Canelo as a champion who has already gained riches and global recognition. Meanwhile, Crawford is chasing an immortal legacy, and that contrast in motivation could tilt the battle in his favor. Hunger leads to harder workouts, longer preparation, and stronger mental sharpness under pressure.
Who do you think's going to win that?
I'm pulling for Crawford in this one. I think people was underestimating his strength right now and his size. And I think he's a little more hungry than Canelo. So let's see though. But I like both guys, but I'm a little closer to Crawford, so I want to see Crawford can take it.
And lastly, quick mention on IBA Pro. Interesting concept that people records on the line. So I know in boxing, people don't like risking their own and things. Do you feel like this is a step forwards? This could become a major player in boxing?
I think it definitely can. I mean, any opportunity to make some money and build your repertoire and your arsenal.
Boxing great Bernard Hopkins steps in with a daring forecast, giving Crawford an 85% probability of triumph. From a fighter who understands the grind of world-class combat, that endorsement carries weight. Hopkins has always prized IQ, tactics, and adaptability, traits he identifies in Crawford. By offering such high odds, Hopkins essentially acknowledges Crawford's ability to cancel out Canelo's strengths. Hopkins also recognizes that shocking upsets are created when fighters blend skill with relentless preparation and inner belief.
Does he win? Can he beat him? Can he beat Canelo? Is his skill so much that he's able to bridge the weight classes?
He has a legitimate chance. Over 60% for his mind. If you say, Bernard, give me a number.
Give me a number.
He has an 85+ chance to beat Canelo. Why? He's not going in there to prove something, which will fall into Canelo's hand. He would love for him to prove something. That means you will stay there and try to prove something. But to go in there and to let him know, establish that from the first round, that I belong, without showing that I am tough. I earned my position to be here. And I want to show you, even though you're being stubborn, that your time not only have came, but it's gone. He ain't gonna surrender and say I slowed up, so I'm gonna act like it. No, he has to be shown. And it has to be early.
Tim Bradley builds a strong case by reminding fans that Canelo has struggled even with fighters who lacked big resumes. He recalls William Skull's ability to trouble Canelo and force him into a full 12-round contest. If Skull could manage that, then imagining Crawford failing seems ridiculous, especially when Crawford is hailed as the current pound-for-pound king. Bradley's message is simple. In the end, skills matter more than reputation.
If Skull, right, can hold Canelo to 152 punches thrown in an entire 12-round fight. 152 punches. You don't think Crawford can? You don't think Crawford can? You don't think Crawford can go the distance with Canelo Alvarez? If William Skull can go 12 rounds with him and keep him at an all-time low, 152 punches a round? Oh my goodness. If Charlo, 154 pounder, can go up to 168 pounds. Respect Charlo's skills, but he ain't got Crawford's skills. If he can go 12 rounds with Canelo Alvarez, you don't think Crawford can go 12 rounds with him? You don't think Crawford can go 12 rounds with him? The most skillful fighter on planet Earth? Oh, damn, let me go even further. If Jaime Munguia, you could throw a penny in the ring, it's going to hit him. You could throw a dime in the ring, it's going to hit him. You could throw a feather in the damn ring, it's going to hit him. It's going to hit him. If he can go 12 rounds with Canelo Alvarez, you don't think Crawford can go 12 rounds with Canelo Alvarez? Damn, I got another one. I got another one. If Berlanga, if Berlanga can go.
Dowd Bey dismisses all the noise around Canelo sparring with Jiren Ennis. In his view, there's nothing unusual about it, and certainly nothing that gives Canelo an edge over Crawford. Sparring partners rotate constantly, but what really wins fights is execution on fight night. He explains that Ennis's family simply has ties with Canelo, and people are blowing the matter out of proportion. To him, this sparring is irrelevant to the real contest, since Crawford's style is too unique to be duplicated.
Boots going off to spar Canelo ahead of Terence Crawford's bout?
For me personally, all right, well, I live in Philly, right? So interacting with Mr. Boozy and them sometimes, you know little stuff. So Boots, whole family, they been had a relationship with Canelo. Like, this not new. Pooh was up there camping with him, Farrar was up there boxing him or whatever. And then Canelo, period, he boxed Philly guys. When he was about to fight Floyd, he was boxing Brother Nazim nephew and all of them. So this ain't nothing really new that Canelo doing right now or that Boots is doing right now. I think that it's just being made to be a big deal because like on the internet, the fans, as much stuff as they like to talk about Boots sometimes, they understand from looking at his skill set and stuff like that, that he would be someone who can help Canelo. Like, you know what I mean, in a situation like this, if you're the kind of person that look at sparring and consider it to be a help, which it can be, especially, you know, Boots being a switcher, being a boxer, puncher, the athleticism he has, the footwork he has. If you wanted to get ready for Terence Crawford, that would be a great guy to box with. So I think that's a good thing for Canelo. I think it's an even better thing for Boots. Well, even better thing for Canelo because he's the one that got to fight right now.
Well, Boots got to fight October 11th.
He
We're
does.
Moving up,
so he's getting, this, you know what I mean, this up the level of Boots camp and he get paid for it. I'm glad he got an opportunity like that. Get to see himself in there with a guy like that. Anyway, that can help him psychologically a lot. So
Crawford himself has explained why he feels assured. In his own words, knockouts are not created only with heavy punches, but with the shots no one sees coming. This mindset sets him apart from those who rely solely on raw power. While Canelo is renowned for his crushing punches, Crawford insists the true danger lies in precision, timing, and deception. By breaking opponents down, frustrating them, and exploiting mistakes, he opens the door for fight-ending strikes.
It don't take a big punch to knock somebody out. It's the ones that you don't see that hurt you. All my fights that I loaded up and I try to catch somebody, you know what I mean, with a big shot, I typically miss or they see it at the last minute and they brace for it. You know, the ones that just flow is the ones that get you.
Marcus Brown shares perspective on Crawford's preparation by noting his sparring choices. He explains that Crawford often works with opponents much larger than him, including fighters with heavyweight frames. This has conditioned him to take hard punches calmly and react without panic. Brown claims this ability separates Crawford from others who might fold under pressure. So when Canelo lands his best shots, Crawford will remain composed, having faced similar challenges already in training.
I'm a fan of both of them, but I'm going with Crawford. You know, typically fighters, you know, they don't want to say who they want to go for because, you know, they don't want to be biased. Yeah. And much respect to Canelo, but I'm going Bud.
Is there a particular reason why? Like, you're a guy that's moved up in weight, so you know exactly what it feels like to get hit by these bigger guys. Is that something that's going to play in the back of his head? Like,
of course,
gotta watch out.
It is, but it's not, because at the end of the day, it's not like he just been in there, got in there with somebody bigger than him. He's always probably been sparring with bigger guys. You know what I'm saying? It's that boxing IQ, which, you know, William Skull didn't put up no fight, but he showed somewhat of a blueprint to get this guy, you know, in a space where he's confused. Yeah. And he can't touch the target that's in front of him. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I just think Bud got that IQ.
Victor Ortiz calls this matchup a masterstroke for boxing. He highlights its massive commercial appeal, predicting blockbuster pay-per-view sales. Yet beyond the business, Ortiz believes Crawford has the edge. He dismisses Canelo's supposed size advantage as exaggerated and non-decisive. In Ortiz's view, this battle will not come down to who is physically bigger, but to who is sharper, smarter, and more efficient once the bell rings.
Difference from Canelo then to Canelo now. Other than the way they're maneuvering their fights, he secures some amazing fights, very smart with the matchups, right? He'll go find somebody of this weight class that is, yes, he's undefeated, yes, he's got this and that, but they fought nobody. So it's a very, they're very catered fights, but they do it very smart, like Logan and Jake Paul. But this guy can sell tickets. It's true of what Oscar De La Hoya said. So with that being said, what I know about the game is this much. I've known Terence Crawford since we were 7, 8, 9 years old because I'm from Kansas. Terence is from Nebraska. Yeah. And in little tournaments we'd see around the area, Four Corners or whatever, we'd always see each other. And he knew Bucky. I mean, I knew his team. And my thing is this: I have Terence Crawford winning on an easy fight. I believe everyone's like, well, Canelo's the bigger man. No, he's not. Terence Crawford and I, we're the same size. We're 5'9". Canelo's shorter than us. We're bigger than he is, chest-wise. I think really where Canelo's probably bigger than us is his legs. He's got thicker legs. Other than that, we're very athletic. We can box, we can bang. I believe I'm going with the Midwest. That's my brother, Terence Crawford.
Experts warn that even with Crawford's brilliance, he steps into dangerous waters. Moving into Canelo's division means facing men who naturally possess greater mass, power, and durability. While Crawford dominated lighter classes, this is a new level. Canelo has beaten established champions at bigger weights, proving he thrives there. His strength and adaptability remain key weapons. Crawford's leap from 147 to 168 pounds is monumental. Few fighters dare such a jump, let alone chase undisputed crowns in 3 divisions. Crawford's camp has handled the shift strategically. His program focuses on more than bulking up. It's about reshaping his body to perform at this weight. Conditioning has been central, ensuring his speed, reflexes, and endurance stay intact.
169 let's just call it 170 pounds, which is huge, absolutely huge for a 154 pounder. Especially, it's just shocked me that he's come up from 135 and now he's still putting on that much weight. He's rehydrating that much at 154. And indeed, to bring us even closer to the modern day, the thing that was posted, and again, this is the second time we've seen this, is why I'm kind of thinking there's a bit of a theme here with Crawford posting his weight when he's not actually in full training camp. On February the 9th, 2025, he posted an Instagram story and he showed himself weighing 186 pounds on a gym scale. Now, that's so much bigger than I imagined Crawford would be. I never thought this guy would walk around 186 pounds, which for anyone who needs the conversion is just over 84 kilograms. And now look, it's not an unthinkable weight for someone, but for someone who has fought as low as Crawford has, who is generally as lean and as in shape as Crawford is, that's a lot of weight.
Amir Khan offers a thorough defense of Crawford's chances. He praises Crawford's knack for landing clean body shots that accumulate damage steadily. That very approach secured his win over Errol Spence, and Khan argues it could trouble Canelo the same way. Crawford's control of tempo forces errors, which he exploits ruthlessly. Khan adds that many ignore how technique can outweigh size, and Crawford's diverse toolkit is perfect for such scenarios. The build-up has shown a tougher side of Crawford. His shove on Canelo during their face-off was not just for show, it was a statement of intent. Analysts like Showbiz the Adult saw it as psychological warfare, meant to prove Crawford feels no fear. He enters the fight with aggression, determined to seize momentum before the first bell. Such mental games matter, as they set the tone early. Crawford is preparing not only for the physical challenge, but also to dominate mentally.
Fighters, Canelo's a friend now after our fight we had, and also Crawford had shared training camp with him as well. It's a good fight. Well, I'm not going to say too much. Okay. I'm going to save it till on the day of the fight. Okay. But look, it's going to be a mega fight. Honestly, it's hard to pick the winner. Yeah. But like I said, it's a close one.
I know you said you don't want to say too much, but when people talk about Crawford boxing on the outside and using his movement, almost making it boring in a sense, do you think he can do that with the added weight that gets put on and him boxing in that certain style that we haven't really seen him box like before? In terms of boxing on the outside and almost sort of that stick and movement type.
Talking about Crawford, yeah?
Crawford, yeah.
Look, Crawford's going to probably do the same thing that he knows best, which is box, be smart, slow movements, small steps. So only small steps he's taking. So if he, I mean, look, and it's always worked for him. Every fight he's been in, and we thought that the fight with Spence was going to be hard, and he made it look so easy. Now, we've never really seen him in a hard fight where we've seen him in trouble, so maybe this could be the fight that puts him in that trouble to see what he's going to be like when he's under pressure. You know what I mean? We've never seen either fighter under pressure, like a lot of pressure. I mean, you can't say...
Maybe Golovkin for Canelo, I guess you could say.
Exactly, Golovkin, But other than that, I don't class the Mayweather fight a hard fight, because Mayweather just a runner, wasn't he?
Yeah. But, I guess Bivol had the size.
Bivol had the size advantage, but this one, I think Canelo has the size advantage. But then again...
Andy Lee closes by stressing the magnitude of this contest. He rejects claims that Crawford is undersized, pointing instead to his physical evolution. To Lee, this fight embodies boxing at its finest: skill versus strength, speed versus power. He maintains that Canelo's size alone cannot secure him victory, as Crawford's quickness, creativity, and tactical smarts could balance the scales. His view mirrors the global anticipation. This is not just another fight.
Because like every good fight, you know, no one really knows the skill and competitiveness and ring craft of Crawford, or, you know, you can say the same things about Canelo, but just he has that size. And but I see Crawford in New York when Hamza fought Berlanga, and he doesn't look too small anymore. He's filled out a lot. He looks quite big. It's a great fight. I think they're equally matched in skill.
That wraps up today's video. Stay connected, and we'll catch you in the next one.